Hey guys, Valis here. Valheim is a new open-world survival launch on Steam in early access for a buy-in of $20 and has hit over 1 million copies sold. To say the least, the game blew up overnight, and that's kind of an understatement. As someone who has always loved and drive for the open world and survival games, I was a bit hesitant to try this out. With near 2,000 hours on Conan Exiles and seeing a lot of stuff I really didn't want to see, over 700 hours on Ark just getting chased by raptors and, logging in every day like it's a regular job to feed my dinos, and 80 hours on that DLC game that shall not be named. It's clear I have a bit of a passion in the sense of a survival genre as a whole. I may not be the most experienced, with some friends racking. Jeez, what the hell? Well, at least to say I love the survival games. An open world in Valheim is one of the most of those games that you genuinely look forward to logging in every day, with a plethora of things to do and always working towards something. The beauty of these new survival games releasing is that there isn't much information out there, even on the wiki yet, and you're the one pioneering the way for those to begin their journeys in the realm of Valheim. And there's a good feeling to that, exploring, knowing a game that's not very known yet, and actually discovering things to help out the community as a whole, and just that sense of actual exploration, learning, and figuring things out as you go is one of those lost little tidbits of good feelings that are left in these games when they're all figured out, the meta's down. This, you're figuring it out as you go. So, when I decided to make a few tips and videos as I've come across them to help out new players just starting out Valheim, this will be a series and more tips and tricks uploaded regularly. New and even current players may not know a few of these things, but if you learn something, please leave a comment and a like on the video. It really helps out my shattered ego. And without further ado, let's dive into the afterlife of your piss-smelling Viking hero in Valheim. For the first tip, your armor weighs you down. Depending on the armor style and weight, will make you run slower. Common sense, right? When you know you might be safe running from point A to point B, unequip your armor and just run like the wind. For the next tip is to build defenses. Last thing you want is when you're cooking some food, having a good old time, and some gray dwarves and greylings run up on you, slap your ass, and make you their girlfriends. On top of the millions of jump scares you're gonna have, it's great to build defenses and use fire to ward away the greylings and gray dwarves. For some reason, they don't like it. And that transitions to our next bit, use fire. They don't like it. Enough said, the latest safety for now. And up for our next tip. Keep a lookout for tombs. You'll normally find them guarded by 3 to 4 bone spookies. The burials hold ghosts, skellimans, coins, valuables, and the ever needed Surtling cores for your forges and kilns, and those are the things you'll need to progress, so be sure to look out for those. Next tip is copper, the main metal to get you out of the Stone Age. However, you can't mine it until you defeat the first Deer Daddy and you get the antler pickaxe. I might be skipping ahead of myself right now, but I will definitely in the near future add some boss fight strategy tips and tricks. But for now, we're just sticking with what I have. Now for copper, it looks like the rocks, those rocks, but it's the one you want to find are the ones with the coppery veins running through it. And looking at the rock will say copper deposit. Took me a bit to figure that one out. Not that proud about it. And that segues to tin. Now, tin is straightforward. Looks like a silverish rock and is always found near water edges. Streams, rivers, oceans, shores. You'll always find a metric ton of tin around, more than you can hold. Be sure to keep on the lookout, as enemies tend to also very much giving you shit for going on the beach, as it's more wide open and can sense you a lot easier. Next tip, food. Food is amazing in this game. While you won't die of starvation, think of them as buffs for your character. Meat gives more health, and fruits and berries tend to give more stamina for that sugar rush. You can have 3 combinations of food at the same time, and you can mix and match it how you feel. And these will be your jump scare. Trolls. Attack them at range, and by the mighty hat of Abraham Lincoln, do not melee them. They will wreck your shit 3 ways to Sunday. Next up, check your skills. A unique thing in this game I can only relate to is RuneScape. The yellow bar is your current skill, and the little reddish brown bar under it is your progression towards the next skill. Hey guys, woodcutting levels? Nice. A little bit what I said earlier, when you're dropped off at the shrine, your first fight will be Deer Daddy. He'll drop his antlers when you defeat him, and you'll be able to make your first pickaxe for getting the metal deposits I talked about earlier, and you get out of the Stone Age. Be warned though, at an early level, he's very tough fight, and not recommended to melee them. I'd recommend getting a bow by killing the boars for their leather, or do what I did and corpse run back to the boss fight about 25 times with a bed nearby. Either or, honestly. And a 2-for-1 tip, because I'm kind of shit at this. Running with your weapon out slows you down. I'm guilty of it too. You can press the R key to sheath your weapon, and if you press R again, it'll unsheath it. You don't have to use the number keys. Once you defeat Deer Daddy, however, you'll be able to press F and use a special ability. You run like the damn wind through the forest. Sprinting stamina cost is reduced by near half, and same for jumping. Extremely helpful when you're running long distances, hauling the resources you get back and forth. And I think that's it for now, guys. I put together this little bit of quick information for new and current players. I know it's not perfect, and it's kind of in list form from when the bird lady drops you off at the stones, but it's a few versatile tips, and it adds in for everyone. I'll be posting more tips as I have a large collection of ideas, tips, and general advice when you start your adventure. I say tips a lot, but anyway, I appreciate you guys watching to the end, and I'm just starting these up and really looking forward to adding more. Sorry about the audio quality, doing my best, and I'm pretty new to all this, so I'm sorry. I'll only get better. Stay posted for more, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video for what it is. This has been Valis, your piss-smelling Viking guide to the afterlife of resin and Grey Dwarf eyes. Bye.